Before we begin, this game will contain references to subject matter which may be upsetting. Viewer discretion is advised. Subjects will include violence, familial abuse, infection, illness, zombies, death of a parent, death of a pet, abandonment, misophonia, robbery, cheating, and the end of the world. Please make sure to take care of yourself. In the game you're about to watch, our players cannot see each other and will be drawing prompt cards to guide their game. They are playing two brothers. Khalil is infected and will succumb to this infection in 6 days. Sam is the survivor. This is our story.
Infected individuals are reportedly exhibiting severe symptoms which range from fever and extreme fatigue to heightened aggression. Disturbingly, many cases also involve physical changes. In some instances, plant-like growths sprouted directly from the skin. Officials are advising the public to remain vigilant. If you encounter anyone displaying any of these signs, illness, sudden aggressive behavior, visible sores, or especially any sort of floral growth, do not approach them under any circumstances. These individuals may be highly contagious and pose a significant threat to public health.
Why did you not tell me? Why did you not tell me sooner?
I didn't want you to worry. You've always been looking out for me, and I've always been messing up.
But looking out for you is why I need to know what's going on. Like, you can't just, you know what this means, right? Like, you can't keep this from me.
I know, and I know I fucked up again.
Let me in. I want to help.
No, stay out. Stay there. I know I should have told you earlier, and I know I fucked up, but I just couldn't face having to tell you that I fucked up again, which now means I fucked up again.
Please open the door. I can't stay behind this door just wondering what's gonna happen.
No, I fucked up again too many times. I can't fuck up by putting you in danger like this. Please, just.
It was just meant to be like. It was just meant to be like a simple trip. Fuck.
It was all going fine.
Is there? Fuck, there's nothing I can do.
For once. Shh.
What is it?
Ooh. What was that?
I don't hear anything. What is it? No, come on. Don't piss around. What is it?
One sec. Let me check.
Don't play games, man.
Sorry, I'm back. Thought I heard something moving outside, but must have been the wind or something.
So jumpy. I've not had anyone around in a while.
Yeah.
But no one there, right? There was no one there.
I had a good look. Let me check again. Seems a funny time to learn to be careful, but. Okay, wait there a sec. Yeah, I can't see anything out there.
Okay, good.
Nothing big enough to be one of them. One of us, I guess now. Fuck.
No, it's don't. It's all gonna be fine. We're gonna need to open this door. I can't fix it if you don't let me in to help.
I'm not sure this is something you can help with.
I want to fucking try. Don't just tell me that I can't. Just look. Come on.
Look, what if it just ends up hurting you?
Well, that's the risk I'm willing to take, Claire. I'm not just going to let you go.
Maybe for once, you should.
But then I'm all on my own. And what am I meant to do if I'm all on my own? And I was meant to keep you safe. I'm a little brother, for fuck's sake. Or am I just meant to just let you go and then somehow get on with the rest of my life? No. I don't accept. Open the door.
No. I'm not your little brother anymore. I'm your brother. Like,
yeah.
How long has it been since I was
understand.
smaller than you? You know, we're adults. I'm my own person with my own mistakes, my own consequences. I'm not trying to be ungrateful.
No, I know. Prosper. I've been thinking about it a lot these past couple of months. Life just ended, right? We just all those things we might have wanted to do with life are just gone. And I had so many things I wanted to do. And so did you. What's yeah, right, okay. I've got you behind a door and you're not fucking leaving, so I'm gonna talk to you. What's something you dreamed of doing that you haven't shared with me? I want to know. Tell me. Open book. You're not going to open the door. You can talk to me about it.
I mean, I was never good at knowing what I want. Never good at sticking to a goal, seeing stuff through. But yeah, it's silly.
No. Silly. Nothing. Tell me, what is it?
I always wanted to go to Burning Man.
All right, Burning Man.
But like, not like go, but like make a whole, those structures and art pieces that they do. Like really scaling up. I know I can do it. You've seen all the little stuff I make in the garage, but imagine, seeing people take joy from something you make, and the whole process of taking it from an idea. I got ideas, but putting it into something concrete that brings people joy. What about you? Because you always, I don't know, is there anything that you didn't do? Because you're always good at, setting your goals, achieving them.
No, we're talking about you. No, not talking about me. Burning Man. What would you have made? If you could have made something, what would it have been?
This is gonna sound pretty funny in retrospect. I was gonna make a big glowing fungus garden on wheels with a bar in the middle. So like it would be like a big parade float type thing with all these big glowing mushrooms. And you'd have like a little, you'd get on and you'd weave in between these big structures, and once you got to the middle, there'd be a little clearing with a bar in it. So you'd be on this moving platform surrounded by these fucking mushrooms, man.
I don't ever want to see a mushroom again in my fucking life. I'd be at that bar.
Right? It'd be sick.
I would give anything for a tequila. Just on its own. Just...
Even the shit stuff that gives you headaches.
Especially the shit stuff that gives you headaches.
The one with the little hat.
Yeah. Just to fucking feel something normal, Like, why have you got a headache? As a hangover, not because of the fucking world.
Yeah.
Burning Man. I like it. Just a week of nothing. No worries, no stress. Except that fucking mud. If that mud came in, I don't think I'd be happy with that.
I mean, I imagine a world where mud is our biggest worry.
Yeah.
And like, not a worry because it, means that we wouldn't be able to move as fast as we need to or anything like that. Where just getting muddy was an inconvenience.
It's a good dream.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get there one day. You never know.
Yeah. I feel like I don't know. I've wasted some of my time.
Hindsight's fucking brilliant, but I'm always looking forward.
Yeah. You were saying you want to open the door, you want to come and help me.
Yeah, do you need
help? Yeah. I think there is a way you could help me.
Okay. Yeah, whatever it is, I'll do it.
I'm really fucking hungry right now.
Right.
Really, really fucking hungry.
Okay, that's very sudden.
Have you got anything to eat?
Let me check my pack. We sprinted back here after being out because of...
Yeah, no, did you drop your pack?
No, I've got the pack here, but there's nothing, like... Wait, you had it. You had the stuff. It was in there with you. I don't have it.
I'm pretty sure you've got it. I'm pretty sure you've got something with meat in it.
No, man. Sorry, I don't.
Come on, man.
You're freaking
just come in here and give me some food.
I don't have any food, man. Are you alright?
I'm just really fucking hungry right now.
And if I can help, but like, check your pack. You've got something in there, man.
No, this is... No, this is all like fucking tinned milk and...
Hey, you loved condensed milk. Come on. Like, sweet tooth you.
Nourishment my fucking ass. And you hear...
Alright.
Just...
That could last a fucking week, that. Jeez. Maybe you should get some sleep. I don't think it's a good idea me coming in there now.
I'm too hungry to sleep. I'll try.
Just 1 minute in front of the other.
Oh, this is... Ow.
What have we got?
I was doing what you said. I was trying some of that
Oh, is that
tin milk.
Is it rotten?
No, it's fine. It's just too sweet. I'm really fucking hungry. I need something solid. I need something meaty.
I reach up and just check that the door's locked. I'll be here. Don't worry.
Maybe
Get
you're
some
right.
sleep. Maybe
I just need to rest.
some rest. Like, if you can get any of that milk in, and something in your stomach. But I'll be here. I'm not going anywhere. Get some rest.
This is an urgent update on the fluorolysis virus sweeping across the globe. Authorities are struggling to contain the outbreak as more cases of aggressive behavior, open wounds, and strange plant-like growths, yes, you heard that right, floral growths on human bodies are being reported worldwide. If you see anyone exhibiting these symptoms, do not approach them. Remain indoors, lock your doors, and... What's going on? What are you doing? Get out! No! No! Stay back!
I knock at the door. Are you awake?
Yep.
You got some sleep? How you doing?
Yeah, loads. Yeah, I'm feeling great. Yeah.
Good. Did you manage to get anything in your stomach? Just keep you going.
I mean, no, I didn't manage to keep much of it down, but it's okay. I'm sorry about last night. You did the right thing. I'm really sorry. I fucked up, man. Just this wave of hunger came over me.
You know, that's
It's
one of the
scary.
signs, right?
Yep. Now I see it. At the time, when you don't understand, man, when it came over me.
Well, I'm glad it's passed. It's a nice house we've been in, right? This is like something different.
Yeah, nicer than home.
I mean, anywhere was nicer than home. Let's not lie.
Yeah. I mean, why do you think I never spent any time there?
I don't know. Did you think we were going to stay here long? Seemed comfy, seemed quiet. Didn't seem like we were being bothered too many people. Like, where would we have went next?
Well, it's starting to get towards autumn, so maybe further south. I mean, there's still time for you.
I mean, you know how much I hated London in the autumn.
Yeah, but I guess now it's not so full of buses splashing you with puddles and...
No, I wouldn't be able to get the tube anyway.
Yeah, right? You're not crammed in on the central line all sweaty and muggy.
Never knowing, can I take my jacket off? Should I keep it on? Have I sweat through my t-shirt? Is it actually cold in there? I fucking hated it, man. But you're right, maybe it'll be better. Long trip.
Yeah. Sorry you have to do it alone. Oh.
You alright?
Yeah. I don't think that milk agreed with me last night.
Are you make sure to like drink, there's no water, the tap.
I think it's getting worse. I don't want to freak you out. You got to stay on the other side of that door, though.
Yeah, man, I think I do. I don't think I could come in there now. Is there anything I can do? Anything you want to talk about?
I think I need to rest again.
As much as you need to, man. And I'll be right here. I'm not going anywhere. Where would I go? London? Fuck that. You get some rest now. I'll see you tomorrow.
Night, man.
I think this is day 164. Time's hard to track these days, but I'm pretty sure. Anyone's picking this up, then I guess we're still not alone. Battery's almost out, but I had to try. Please pick up. Hey. You awake?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
You slept?
Yeah. I guess. Yeah, I must have drifted off.
I haven't slept at all. I've been staring at the there's this painting out here. There's
the clown.
Yeah, there's a clown and like this, like a big top, and
I always thought that was fucking weird, mate.
Why would you have that on the wall? But it does make me think about, like, you remember when we were little and we talk about running away? Where did we think we would go? We always talked about running, but we never talked about, like, where you actually end up.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know that I ever saw us stopping. You know, with home sucking like it did. I don't know. The idea of staying in one place, putting down roots. Roots. Just felt alien.
Yeah.
Oppressive.
Where would you want to go? Like, would it be in the desert for Burning Man, or somewhere else? Somewhere with less people. I think I'd like to see less people.
Oh, you got your wish.
Fuck you. If you could choose, though, like somewhere that you would always wanted to have visited, where would it be?
Amazon.
Yeah.
The rainforest.
Yeah. Too many bugs. Too hot. Too sweaty. It's like the London Tube all over again. And oh no. Oh. What would you want to see though?
Well, like you were saying, getting away from all of the crowds, the rush, the pressure. Imagine just being on a boat,
It'd
a
lovely.
river so wide you can barely see the sides.
Like the Amazon then. I like that.
And when you can see the sides, it's just green.
A lot of fucking mushrooms in the Amazon.
Yeah.
You need to eat something. How's your temperature?
I don't fucking know. But I've got a lovely sheen of sweat mixing with the whatever the fuck this is.
Whatever the fuck what is.
It's nothing. It's fine.
No. What is it? Come on, man. Tell me. I'm here. I'm listening. You're not doing this alone.
Well, you know those growths you see on them.
Oh no, fuck.
Like not as much, but like just the little crusting, just starting to.
Like a scab. It's fine, right? It's just a scab.
Yeah, sure. It's like a scab. Yeah.
Alright, you're alright. Just we'll keep you settled. We'll keep you warm or cold or whatever it is that you need, and you have something else from that pack.
Yeah. You know who I wish was here?
Let me guess. Is it Uncle Stephen? He was a lot of fucking fun. Was I right?
Am I that transparent?
What I mean, like,
whenever shit was fucked.
yeah, so it's where you would go. Like, whoever, if they ever sent me to come find you, that's where I knew you'd be.
He always knew how to make something a game, how to get a laugh out of you, how to make you see the silliness in the complete shitstorm that was life sometimes.
I miss him.
Yeah.
I don't remember the last time we saw him.
I do. It was not long after the start of this, before everything went completely to shit. I was round his, as always. I was hungover. I was drunk. You know, trying to cope, trying to blur things out. He sat me down, made us a cup of tea.
He made a good cup of tea.
Right? And, started cracking jokes about zombie films and about, all of the funniest, like, nichest things that he was going to loot from the shops. Talking about stocking up on condoms and shit.
He was always a ladies' man, wasn't
he? Yeah.
But why was he going for that? Did he not want to, like, repopulate the earth? I guess he was a bit past it.
Who wants to get pregnant in an apocalypse,
No, you're right. Fuck that. I've never actually thought about that.
Right?
No. Zombie baby? Oh, no.
Zombie baby. That was one of his jokes. And you know what? He opened my eyes to the breadth of things you can do with a condom. Like, that thing about...
All right, this is taking a turn. Didn't know this was going this way. So.
Well, who do you think taught me how to waterproof a shoe with a condom?
I mean, that has saved a pair of trainers or two, I'll give you that.
Right? They're remarkably stretchy. I mean, I didn't stock up as much as we were joking about, but I've still got a few in my pack.
They'll be out of date. You're never going to get to use them. Sorry about that bubble.
No, come on. Some of these are... some of these have got a year and a half left on them. They'll be all right. Well, I guess you can have them.
No, you keep them. They're yours. Don't pass me your crusty condoms under the door. You keep them for yourself.
Great band name.
Do you think he's still out there?
I hope so. Or do I? I don't know.
Maybe I'll find him in London. Sitting, like, cracking jokes as always. He'll be the one that will have found the last keg.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll tell you that he knows how to crack it. but he's never touched it because he's saving it for the right occasion.
Yeah, meeting someone who knows how to crack a keg.
Yeah, meet a man about a dog. Yeah.
Say hello to him for me. Tell him I love him. I appreciate him.
I'll do that. I'll be right back. I know, I'll be right back. Don't worry, I'll be right back. Just fixing a thing.
Is everything all right?
Yeah, everything's fine. I'm just
not like the lock or anything.
No. Well, yeah, no, it is. It just looks a little loose. I'm just checking it. I don't want to be stuck even further between a rock and a hard place without. I don't want like there's a clown on the wall, but I don't want any on the left of me and on the right. If you get me.
Yeah.
Keep them out.
Let me know if you need any tips or anything.
So I'm looking at the mechanism, and like there's this pin missing, and I can't see anything like that on the floor. Do you know? Could I put anything else in there instead to try and hold it, or?
Oh well, have you still got that roll of extra strong, that galvanized wire?
Somewhere there's chicken wire here. Will the chicken wire work?
Let me see. Oh, that might be in. It's in my pack. It's in my pack. One sec. Have you got the wire cutters?
I don't. I can snap it. Put it under the door.
Okay, yeah. I'll like feed it under.
Just a little, not all of it. Just a little bit.
Yeah, just a bit. You got it? Can you see it?
Right, I've got some.
All right. So make sure it's like really straight. So roll it on something flat.
Right. Okay. Are you okay?
Yeah,
I've rolled it out as flat as it can go. I'm gonna try and
try replacing the pin.
I need to snap a bit. I need to snap
with
it.
That.
Fuck. Oh shit.
What?
Oh,
You've been heavy-handed again.
It's really fucking sharp, this stuff, and I've cut on my thumb.
Mate, cover that shit up. Clean it, cover it. You know the drill.
I'll be right back.
Sorry, I know you know the drill. You taught me the drill. Look who's big brother now.
But are you talking about shit about me again?
Yeah, you know I am.
I've got it wrapped, clean. Right, I'm gonna try this again. We'll get this door fixed.
See if you can braid down the tip, like rub down the tip so that it's not as sharp.
Rub
it on the brickwork.
Right. Okay. That seems to be working. Yeah, it's more blunt now. Right, I'm gonna just feed this into the mechanism, and
yeah, that should be able to.
Okay, I'm happy with that. I think that looks better.
Not so useless now, am I?
You've never been fucking useless. Stop.
Come on, man. Remember when we were at Uncle Steve's and we were watching 28 Days Later.
Mm-hmm. I didn't want to watch it, but you made me.
And we were all shitting on their plan and what they were doing and being like, oh no, you know, what you gotta do is this and go there and store that. And between us, we came up with our like definitive plan of what we would do if this ever happened.
I mean, that was before we knew that it was fucking possible, though. It was just kids talking shit, right? Like, who's gonna... You can't follow the rules of, like, drive to Stacey's, pick up mum, get dad in the car, go to the Winchester and have a pint and wait for it to all blow over. Like, that doesn't happen in the real world.
Yeah, but do you remember the part of the plan? The part of the plan where this happened? Where
I don't want to talk about that.
I had...
No, I don't. No, I can't. No.
We all seemed so certain of it at the time.
But I can't. That's too final. And you're still here. You're still here, man.
But promise me, if I change, don't let me be one of them.
Fine. I promise. How do you want me to do it? How do you want me to do it? Dawn of the Dead style? I'm afraid I don't have a baseball bat.
Have you still... Is there that guitar knocking around the house? I remember seeing...
You really want me to rack up a guitar?
I've always thought it's gonna be stupid. What if you make a lasso out of guitar wire and just from a distance throw it over my head and then just like a...
You've been thinking
like a
about
cheese.
that quite deeply. I'm never gonna fucking look at cheese again. I don't think I'll ever get to look at cheese again.
Yeah, when was the last time you saw cheese that didn't look like one of them? Yes.
So guitar wire it is then. That's your big plan. Do you know how to make a lasso? I'm not a cowboy. Can guitar wire really do that? That seems like...
I don't know. I just wanted to go out in style.
Maybe I'll keep you as a pet. Yeah.
I've been the younger brother for a long time. I've never been a pet.
Not gonna start yet. I promise.
Just
I promise that you're not gonna be one of them. If that time comes, then I won't let that happen. I'm your big brother, and I will take care of you, whatever way that means.
take care of yourself too. Don't.
Yeah. I know. I'm. Oh, I hate this so much. I hate all of this. Do you remember Dad's story? The one that you'd hear maybe 2 or 3 times a year. That time he won that. What was it? He won he came home with like a big bin bag full of stuff from the pub that he said he won. What was in that bag?
Oh, he used to tell that story every Christmas.
Maybe because that was where our Christmas presents came from. But from Dad's bin bag.
Oh yeah, and he
Arms.
won it. But
Off the back of a van, I'm sure.
well, as I recall, didn't he come home with a black eye that night?
Black eye, black bag, black
And-
heart, no.
Yeah.
And he kept Stephen away. Like, why was Stephen the one that was never allowed to be around? And he was that was him. It's not okay. I can't. No.
You know, him and Control. Well, he ain't controlling shit now.
I don't know if I've ever said this, but I'm glad he's gone. That made me a bad person.
No. No.
He'd be scamming people up and down the country, even now.
I don't think anyone deserves what happened to him, but
No, definitely.
I'm glad he's not here with us.
And she just,
I mean, what would he say about this?
man up. That's what he'd say. Man up. It's just a bite.
Rub some dirt on it.
A wee bit of dirt and Vaseline and you'll be fine. Or he'd have chopped it off. The sort of guy he'd have been.
Yeah.
And she was a shell. I didn't really know what was going on in that head. And she'd play into the stories. Like, she would just, like say, yes, of course that's what happened. Never question the black eye. Never question that he didn't come home for the weekend.
Never questioned that our Christmas presents that year were out-of-date steaks. Why
That'll
would
make you
do
hungry,
an
man.
out-of-date steak right now? Fuck.
An out-of-date steak, a glass of tequila, and just to sit with my brother on a couch. This is also fucked, man.
Although, silver linings.
He always
That's
forward
gone.
throws.
And silver lining. There have been some nice things about the apocalypse. You know?
It's quiet.
Yeah.
They don't mow the grass. I like that.
You see more bugs. More birds. Why doesn't this thing, why doesn't that kill the birds?
I don't know. Maybe they move too fast. No, but you've seen some of them run, they go fast. Maybe they don't have teeth. Look at that.
I mean, you could infect pretty well with a beak.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just because we kind of deserve it.
No, I don't believe that. No, I don't believe that we deserve this. What did you do? What did I do to deserve to be sitting in this hallway looking at a fucking clown painting and not being able to just like look at your face? I mean, no, I am looking at your face. I'm looking at a clown painting.
Fuck you, man.
No, we didn't. We did not deserve this. This is not our fault. But I do like the more birds. I like it's quiet. I like that they don't mow the grass. I like that you don't always hear planes.
Promise me that you'll take a minute to look at the plants and the
You tell me
grass
to
and
stop and smell the roses right now whilst you're in that room. When did you get so fucking poetic?
there's a certain perspective you get from change. But we've had ups and a fair few downs. One of the things that has always got us through it is being able to see the roses amongst the thorns.
You have to go past the occasional prick. You're right. You're always fucking right. I will stop and smell the roses. How does that sound? Well, once a day. I mean, I can't guarantee I'll see a rose every day, but I will take every moment for what it's worth and what's needed. Fuck knows I have time. looking at like the quiet of the birds and the bugs and butterflies. And you remember when like we would go to that caravan park? I think we went a couple of times. You were really young, maybe like 5.
I remember. Was it by the sea?
Yeah. Oh, maybe that's where. Maybe I need to go smell the sea.
I remember the wind, the smell,
Really kind of
the salt.
wakes you up, doesn't it?
Yeah. Especially those early starts. Oh, got a lot to do. Gotta walk up that hill.
But he'd never come. He'd never come with us up the hill. He would just like shove us out the door, no matter the weather, and be like, "Walk up that hill."
Yeah. At least sometimes he was asleep when we got back.
Yeah.
Like, passed out him was better than drunk him, you know?
I do miss that caravan park. Why would they send a 5-year-old up a fucking hill? Do you remember when we got into a fight halfway up the hill? You kept complaining about why your feet were sore. And I wouldn't listen. Because it was like, we just keep going a little bit, you're going to see the most beautiful, beautiful view. We'll just keep going. And you kept complaining. You're like, no, my feet hurt. I need to sit down. Can you carry me? You were a prick that day.
I mean, well, in my defense, I was wearing shoes that were a size and a half too small.
Yeah.
I didn't know that you were too.
It was I'm sorry. I shouldn't have hit you that day. I just wanted to see the top. I felt like the longer we were out, the more time we could spend not with them. Maybe we would be safe for just 5 more minutes. But I'm sorry. I should have carried you. I should have listened to you. It was a good view, though.
It was. And I should have seen beyond me.
I mean, you were 5. What are you gonna? You're just gonna think about your feet. I mean, I was 9.
Yeah. How many times have we had, not physical, but like how many times have we been through that thing where I've got a problem and I make it everyone's problem, and you've got perspective and you're trying to make it everyone's perspective, and
I mean, I'm
I
not
don't know.
good with nuance. I've never been good with nuance. Like, being able to see that there's multiple different ways you can look at things. Like, Right now, all I'm thinking about is you're on the other side of that door, and there's nothing I can do to help you, and I'm helpless. You're helpless. Everything's so fucked, and you're trying your best to keep me calm. You're keeping me calm. That's fucked. Like, what? You shouldn't have to be doing that.
Like I said, there's a certain perspective that comes with change. I'll always be grateful for having a big brother like you. But we've had our journey, we've had our fights, we've had all the strongest bits of each of our personalities butting up against each other. Now, I don't know. It's time to grow.
I just want to give you a hug. That's all I want to do.
Put your back right up against the door.
Oh, yeah.
That way, if you're right in the middle of the door and I'm right in the middle of the door, can you feel the vibrations when I speak?
What, am I a snake?
Come on, just concentrate.
Yeah, I can feel it.
Well, I guess that's as much as we can get, as close as we can get to a hug. Now, it might seem a little bit late for me to grow up.
You're moving fast. Moving fast. It started with condoms and the shoes, and now look at you.
Try not to listen to that part.
Well, I can feel that through the door. What's going on?
Oh, just...
You struggling to breathe? Are you struggling? What's...
I think I just need to stretch.
Deep breaths.
Yeah. It started off... just, tingling, numbness spreading up my arm, across my shoulder. And then the hunger.
Is that back?
A little bit. But I went through that Tai Chi phase.
Yeah, getting your morning yoga in. Yeah.
Got those breathing exercises, but when the hunger went, then a bit of nausea. And just getting a little bit of a tight chest, that's all. And it makes it a bit harder to resist to suppress the rest of the.
Just
Whatever.
lean up against the door. Lean up against the door. We'll just. You keep talking. You talk as much as you need. I'm here.
Pins and needles. And the worst asthma attack. I feel. I feel like everything is under attack. Sorry, my brain's a little fuzzy.
I don't know what to say. I don't know how to help. You should lie down, maybe. Try and keep your head above your shoulders, but keep yourself lay down. How does the bite look?
You feel the vibrations through the door of me sliding down.
You didn't hit your head.
No, I'm good. Just.
Okay, take it easy.
Bite doesn't look great. Skin is, like I said, it's crusty.
Tasty.
You know that color that they go, that kind of weirdly bright orange.
Yeah, I think that's the first stage, as it's kind of getting ready to fruit.
Fuck.
Just let me know if it goes purple. Keep talking to me. Unless you need to sleep, in which case tell me you're going to sleep. Just don't leave me hanging here, man. I need you to answer me, man.
Yeah. It's yeah. Just
Good.
it's not always easy. Sometimes I need a sec.
Okay. I'll try not to get angry. But I'll listen.
I wouldn't blame you if you do get angry.
No, I'm not going to get angry with you. Don't. No. Never. No. It's not. This is not your fault.
Come on, man. It is.
No, you can't. You can't pin this on you. Like, bad luck, bad place, wrong time. We got unlucky.
How many times have I been in the wrong place at the wrong time?
I mean, how long do you...
How many times have I been in the right place at the right time? Shorter list.
I was going to say, how long do you have?
By this count, what? 4 days?
It is. Maybe. 3,
Less
yeah.
than a week for sure.
God, trapped in a house with you for a week.
Better than trapped in a caravan.
It's not your fault. You can't think like that.
Look,
It was
we
bad.
both knew it was risky.
Yeah, of course. It's always that. But the world's risky, right? The world's risky.
Yeah, but
Even
we
before.
didn't need what was in that shot. We didn't need it enough to break the window. I was tired of being careful all the time and breaking the window makes a noise. Making noise brings attention.
It's not your fault. I don't blame you. I'm not going to let you blame yourself. It's not happening. So,
Just you
No.
try and stop me.
I'll come in there and kick your ass.
Just you wait until I get my zombie strength.
No.
Then we'll see who kicks his ass.
No.
Just have that guitar lasso ready.
I'm working on it.
And maybe a proper weapon as well.
I said I could keep you as a pet, well, which I'm not going to do, just to be clear. I wonder how Ralph's doing. I mean, he was such a shit cat. But
I honestly I don't know. He was a shit cat,
I hated him.
but
I hated him.
he's probably out there living his best life. He was a shit pet cat.
Yeah, no, you're right. Good as a cat, bad as a pet cat.
Right? Like, I don't remember ever seeing him without a bit of like blood or fur.
Yeah, for
Like-
listening.
Yeah, from getting in scraps.
It's in my trainers.
Or the number of times we'd find half dead mice, rats. Remember that time he took down a squirrel?
You know, actually,
Dead. We
as much
thought it
as
was dead, and then
yeah,
you got the dustpan and brush.
and it fucking went up my arm.
Did it bite you? Thought it
No,
might.
don't. I'm not the infected one here.
Ugh.
No, it didn't. I mean, do you remember it fell off? It ran up and then it was like, oh, I'm dying, and fell.
Relatable content.
I try to please. The
But
cat was a prick.
is that why? Is that why you didn't really go looking for him when he left? Because I don't know. Don't get me wrong. I hated the fucker, but I loved him.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess He was a fuck up. I was a fuck up. You know, we related.
I didn't go looking because I was scared. And at the end of the day, I knew that cat's a prick. That cat will survive.
You're not a prick. You survive.
I don't know how true that is.
I do.
Fucking cat.
You know, there have been of the silver linings. Not having to chase that motherfucker around all the time. Not having to avoid Dad all the time. Anyone else you don't miss?
I mean, family-wise, or just generally? I mean, because the Prime Minister was a prick. You could take or leave him.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, all of them. But, I mean, people we were supposed to... People we're supposed to miss.
Gladys next door. Nope, not a friend of mine. Remember when she used to call us hooligans just for existing?
Yeah.
You'd walk out of the house and you'd be like, oh, there go the hooligans. Watch your purses, ladies. Fuck you.
Remember that time we egged our house?
Yeah.
To be fair, that was
So
after she
many,
called us hooligans.
Oh, yeah, she had it coming. And we had to prove her right. I don't miss her.
Wonder if she's one of them now. If you see her, tell her fuck you.
I'll throw an egg at her. Gladys the Mushroom Lady. I hope I don't see her. I think that would be too much.
Yeah.
Oh, can you smell that?
You cooking?
No, not me. Wait. Is that bread? It smells like bread.
Who the fuck is baking?
Who's making bread? Where did they get... Who's here? Where's that coming from? You can smell that, right? That's not just me.
I thought I was just getting yeasty.
I mean, you probably are. Let's just, like, cards on the table. But who the fuck?
Honestly, it smells fucking disgusting to me. I mean, I know that in my head, I know it's nice. Something's happening to my mind, man.
It's just the sourdough. Don't worry about it. Just sourdough. You're never a fan.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be that.
Definitely.
Man, does that mean that it's someone in one of these houses?
Don't worry about that. I mean, they won't want to see us. And if they're making bread, hopefully they're nice and they'll just keep to themselves and leave us alone.
Yeah, I guess they probably wouldn't be too happy to see me. Or to know I exist.
Well, they're not going to find out, so let's no. My back is killing me. This floor is not comfortable.
You need to get up and stretch. Go ahead.
I'm going to wander.
I'm not going anywhere.
I'm just going to do a couple of laps of the house. Don't you leave.
See you in a bit. I'll stay right here.
Well, the house is quiet. Nothing much going on. I can swear that the last time I checked it, the cabinet has grown another inch of dust.
We'll keep an eye on that. If that dust gets sentient, who knows what's going on these days.
Mushroom men and dust monsters is the last thing any of us need.
Mushroom men.
Yeah.
You know, I know we don't really talk about it. But do you remember seeing him go through the change?
I see it every time I shut my eyes. Like I don't miss him, but
it was so slow, but so fast.
like everything stopped, but everything went into fast forward. And then one day he was just not dead anymore.
He was never much of a dad anyway.
No, that's right. You're right.
I guess stuff around him was always either very slow or very fast.
Bin bags or black eyes.
Yeah. Oh.
Don't think about it too
now.
much. Don't think about it too much. Try not to think about that.
I worried. I guess not anymore. I wonder if it hadn't been for all of this, you know, it's happened to the world, it's happened to me, it's happened to us. Would I have ended up like him?
No. No. I don't believe that for a second. You had your own ideas. You were nothing like him. That's why you always tried to get away from him. You did the right thing. Nah. You wouldn't have been like him.
Guess that's a moot point now.
Yeah, he's gone.
I'm on the way.
I'm just gonna keep walking, man. I need to. My back is really sore. I need to walk around this house.
Yeah. Yeah, you do what you need to, man. And if you need some time to yourself, go ahead.
No, I'm here. I'm just wondering. You need anything? You shout.
All of this to end. Did that work?
I hate you.
I
No,
fucking hate you too, man. I love you. I hate you. I figured I said it.
What was that?
Just my tummy rumbling. Just I'm fine. I'm fine. I
Don't sound it. You? Is that you?
Yeah, like I said, it's just
You're scaring me, man.
my head. So hungry.
Just try and we're gonna get we're gonna get through this. We're gonna get through this. I'm right here, man. Not long after everything went bad, I hadn't seen you in a long time. But I heard you got out of the town. And that was the first time I'd seen you in, I don't know, 6 months? Maybe like a year ago. I'm sorry that I was never there when you go away for a job and like getting home is so difficult.
Getting out of home is difficult. Staying away.
But you did it. You got out of the town. And I'm so glad because I don't know what would have happened if you'd stayed there. And you brought that fucking cat with you. All the way. Like so long. It must have been so angry in that case.
Looking back, the scratches that motherfucker gave me don't seem too bad right now. I had you as an example. Prick like you can do it. I can do it.
I think that's valid. I think I deserve that.
You know, one of the few things that could ever get me to focus, to settle on a task, was if it meant I could prove myself, not to me or mom and dad, teachers or anything, employers, judges. But you're the only person who'd been through what I'd been through. The only person who understood. The only person I couldn't come up with excuses why them and not me. My mum lived in the same environment, but yeah, her experience of it was different, you know. So when you got out, challenge accepted.
Challenge complete.
I guess.
What are you singing?
I'm gonna be a mighty king, so enemies beware. And ever since the king of peace, Christ on the Oh man. Can't believe either of us thought we were gonna be king. I guess
I mean,
it was-
but it looked so easy. You leave home and you make friends
running.
with a warthog. Why do you keep running? Eat some bugs. Learn about who you really are.
I remember the first time we watched The Lion King. You know that bit where he's running away from home and the hyenas say, "If you ever come back, we'll kill you." And I started crying.
Yeah.
Oh, I just can't wait to be king. I think it's time that you and I arranged a heart-to-heart.
It's been a couple of days of that.
You're definitely the Zazu.
Yeah. Can't argue with that. Fucking love The Lion King.
What I wouldn't do to just stick that one right now.
So what we're saying, what we need: out of date steak, some tequila, a couch, and the VHS tape of The Lion King.
Yeah, with that slightly
Staticky.
dodgy one that we had.
Yeah.
With the audio would occasionally dip a little bit.
Do you remember halfway through there'd be an episode of Heartbeat?
Yeah. Yeah, Mom loved Heartbeat.
Yeah. And she always be like, "Oh, Heartbeat's on. Time for the bath."
Yeah, and then if you knew she was going to be at work when it was on, she'd make us record it. I wonder what happens in that bit of The Lion King. Because he runs away, the hyenas threaten to kill him, he makes friends, and then there's an episode of Heartbeat, and then suddenly he's coming home and having a fight. I mean, who really needs the rest of the story?
Got everything you need.
Yeah. You've gone quiet. Are you...
I'm ready for this to be done. We've talked like for days now. I can't keep doing this. This is.
I'm sorry, man.
I said I wouldn't get angry. I'm not going to get angry.
You do what you need to. This is my fault. It's my fuck up. Be angry. I mean, at least we can't have a fight with the door in the way.
For once.
Yeah.
Just
no longer sharing a bedroom.
No. This, like, I'm done.
How about you punch that clown?
Fine. Punch the wall. Well, that would fucking hurt. That doesn't help. It just made me angrier. He's laughing at me.
Now I'm angry at the clown. He laughs at my brother. Big brother.
I'm sorry for being angry.
Don't be sorry for
I know
how
it's
you
not,
feel.
it's not your fault. I know it's not your fault.
Shit's fucked. It's right to be angry. You're right to be angry. Remember that time that you were seeing Stacy?
Mm-hmm.
And you know, we went out to the pub, us two. We met up with a couple of the fellas, and then there was that Hindu, and you know, you were like, remember that redhead? You know,
Why are you bringing this up?
and you were like, you know, it's a secret. Don't tell. You know, it was kind of spoken, kind of unspoken.
Mm-hmm.
And then Stacy found out. Stacy
Yeah.
went down to the pub. Stacy
Mhm.
slapped you.
Yep.
And
Where's
then
this
you
going now?
punched me because you knew that it was me who told her. And then we got in a scrap. Then we got chucked out. And then there's no Stacy, no redhead, no pub, just us. Back to square one.
Every time. It's just a cycle. That's how it works. It's always how it worked.
And
Anyway, that's
I never apologized for any of that shit. Neither of us did. Every time.
You don't need to. It's too late. You don't need
Yeah.
to. That's all. That's all something we had a privilege to be annoyed at.
Yeah, I guess there's no Stacy, no redhead, and no pub now.
Hmm.
Just us.
Just us. You don't need to apologize. You were right, though. You should have. You should have told her. That was a fucked up thing to do.
It wasn't my place, though.
No, you were trying to keep me honest. You were keeping her protected. That's
I don't give a
protected.
shit about Stacy. It was you. You're my big brother. You were the moral compass of the team.
Well, pointed south that day.
3 feet south. Yeah, I guess I was just angry. I was angry that you'd cracked my compass, that you were fallible.
I mean, everybody is, right?
Like prick just like me.
Everybody's a prick. Like, there's no one in this world who's not. When anyone who tries to tell themselves or other people that they're not is kidding themselves. We can try as much as we like, but everybody's got that thing. Everybody's got that little part of themselves. Me, you, even Uncle Stephen. Yeah, it does. But you were right. You realigned that compass at that point, and that was the correct thing to do. Good on you. Well done. No, you were right.
You know, I know we've never seen eye to eye on this, but part of me feels like this is kind of a release.
What do you mean?
You know, I always said, not always, but you know, I sometimes say that the infected had it easy and you had one thing on their mind.
Are you giving in? You can't give in. There's no.
I'm not giving in. I'm just trying to see the silver lining. You know, I won't have to worry about finding food, surviving, moving around, and you know, equipment, things like that.
Yeah, no, you can't. No. I mean, at this point it doesn't really matter what I think. If that helps you, then sure. One track mind. But not too soon, right? You still there?
Yeah.
You're not very good at the one track mind thing.
Sorry.
I'm always thinking about other people.
You know.
Do you remember when I first left for college and I didn't know what the fuck to do? Life was so different and it all got too much. And it almost got too much. And I'll always have you to thank for helping. You stopped it. You talked me down.
I remember Remember that text? I remember taking that money from Mum's purse, getting on the coach, coming straight up there.
I'm so sorry I can't be the one to do the same for you.
You were there for me so many times.
But not at the most important time.
It was the first time I had a chance to be there for you.
I'll never forget it. I love you.
I love you now. Do you ever feel bad about taking that camp full of supplies with us? You know, the ones that when we found that campfire, you know, that hadn't been lit yet, someone's bag full of food.
We didn't have any other option. We were starving. It was right there. I don't.
But what if someone was just coming back to it?
Can't think like that. I struggle to sleep as it is. That was the right thing to do. We wouldn't be having this conversation if we didn't do that. We had to do that. No, that was right. It felt right. It was right. And I don't regret it. Because that's why we're here right now. You gotta do what you gotta do. Anyway, let's start talking about the bad things we've done. Do you remember when those guys tried to rob us?
Tried.
And you kicked the shit out of them. And, like, I didn't need to even do it. I just, like, we did it.
I don't know what happened. Something just
All that Tai Chi.
went into survival mode, you know? I mean, neither of us are a stranger to a scrap, but I mean, normally when I take on 3 people at the same time, I'll do it and then I'll end up on my ass. I don't even remember how I beat them.
It all happened so fucking quickly, but it was fucking amazing. And hey, maybe if we'd been caught taking that stuff from that other camp, then the same would have happened to us. And that wouldn't have been good for anybody.
Yeah. Come on.
That's... Yeah, it's funny. It's funny. Yeah.
So silly. Like, none of this means anything. Like none of this makes sense. Like, we're not the goodies. We're not the heroes.
We're just people trying to survive.
So is everyone else.
Yeah. I can't think like that. That's too much. You should try and rest. And I get up and leave.
Where are you going? Where are you going? I'm meant to be here. Meant to be here. I'm hungry. He's coming back. He's coming back.
If anyone is still out there, this is probably the last broadcast. The world, our world as we knew it, is gone. The paralysis virus has spread to every corner of the globe. Governments, systems, everything has collapsed. There's nothing left. No one is coming to help. If you're hearing this, if you're still alive, may you be shown mercy. We thought we had more time, but it's over. It's all over. May whatever comes next be kinder than what's left of this.
You hear the door close as I come back. Are you still there?
Fuck are you crying about? You're not the one turning into a fucking mushroom.
All right, calm down. I'm back. I traded some supplies. I've got some food.
Fucking great. What, like, you got any meat? Fucking, you're there just running around. Why did you get to go outside? Fuck! This is so fucked. Right, so you've got a pick. Great, nice. Okay, so
I can leave some of this here and step away. Do you need something?
Got any out of date steak?
There's some jerky in here.
Fucking put it under the door. Like, squish it under. Dude, something, give me. You know.
Yeah, I squeeze it and push it under. You're scaring me, man.
Dry.
Dry. Did it help?
Needs wet. Needs to be wet.
I tried.
Fucking kind of big fucking brother. Don't fucking. Sorry. Sorry.
It's alright. It's okay. This is...
So... Keep the food. Keep the fucking food. I don't need you. I don't need you to look after me now. Nothing you can do. This is all fucked. Just...
Come on, man. I'm trying my best here.
Yeah. You're pissing in the sea, mate. I'm a lost cause.
I know.
Keep the fucking jerky. Keep the sourdough, whatever the fuck you traded. Just promise me you'll survive. You'll look after yourself. You'll go south. You'll get warm. Hell, maybe even Uncle Steve is still around.
I promise this is not all gonna be for nothing. We have to live as much as we possibly can.
There's no we anymore.
I know.
It's just you, alright? Like, I appreciate you being here, and I appreciate you being the big brother one last time. But you gotta face facts. We both gotta face the facts. I'm getting hungrier. I'm getting angrier. I'm getting crustier. I'll be honest. You made me promise to tell you, but it was changing color. Well, I do see a little purple.
Oh, fuck.
It's spreading.
I didn't just get some food, I also got a baseball bat just to keep me safe and to have something to keep me going.
Good. You know, I was... You know I was kidding about the lasso, right?
Yeah, that was never gonna work.
Never gonna fucking work. It would... I want to go out in style, that would be fun, but... You gotta just bash my fucking head in.
I don't know that I can do that, man. I'm not sure that I can do that. Like, you're scaring me. There's a group. They're heading south.
Well, if you've got too soft, if you can't do what you have to, when I lose myself, then just throw away the key to this door. Break the key so no one can find it. Fuck off. Survive. Live. Be part of something. Fuck.
I raised the baseball bat.
I don't have much. I don't have much time left. Go! Go! And in our private WhatsApp above the table, Sam, you will see the contents of a messily scrawled note. It is stained with a small amount of blood, but also some kind of yellowish crust, like pus that's dried, and slight brushes and dustings of orange and purple. It's not folded, and it's face up, so you can read it without having to touch it. But you don't hear any more words from me. You hear... and you hear a scraping against the door. The handle kind of rattles, but incoherently. But the door is locked from your side. You have the key. Do you open the door?
I reach out a hand to a door handle. And open the door to the front of the house. I look back one time and just... I'm so sorry. And pull the door closed.
As you're standing directly outside the front door, there's the slightest muffled remnants of the scraping and stomping and growling. But with every step you take down that front path, through that unmowed lawn, past overgrown rose bushes, it fades into the background. And soon you hear nothing but the wind, birds, insects, and the distant sound of conversation. A new future that you're heading towards.
Smell the roses. And welcome back. We have no idea what just happened because we're recording this bit before playing the game. But I hope that both of us are okay. I hope if you've been watching at home, you're all right as well. If you need to step away and go and take care of yourself, the themes in this game are quite hard hitting. But we hope you enjoyed it, whatever it is that we did.
And we thought it would be nice to have a little bit of a wind down so that we can have a bit of aftercare together.
Yeah.
So it's not just chucking you back out into the real world after whatever has just happened.
And to do that, science and sorcery, we thought we'd talk a little bit about the science of kind of zombies and viruses and the end of the world, which is still a cheery topic for us to be bringing up. But
it's one that I guess is a stepping stone to the real world we're living in, which is definitely not collapsing at all.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. I was talking to someone about the fact we were going to play this game, and how I really enjoy this type of media, because I love to think about the human response, which I think is the scariest part of any of these games or these stories. The way in which people respond in this scenario, and we've already kind of seen it over the past couple of years, how people respond to like global problems. But what about you? Are you a big zombie media fan or things like this?
Yeah, definitely, I'd say so. I have a strong aversion to ghosts and hauntings and stuff like that, because you can't hide from a ghost. You can't fight a ghost unless you're some kind of buster of ghosts.
Is it like a non-corporeal kind of...
Yeah, whereas if it's like a monster or a zombie or something like that, then it's exciting and it's scary, but you know, I could kid myself that I could come up with some kind of survival solution, or I could fight one, or you know, I could band together. And I think the apocalyptic nature of zombie films or zombie media as well is it's appealing, because in the same way that other apocalyptic narratives are, or post-apocalyptic narratives are, it's that like I think we all fundamentally know that something is deeply sick about how our current world and societies are structured, and we find it very hard to see a way out of that, or a way towards progress, because entrenched power is so entrenched. And so I think there is a certain kind of appeal to the fantasy of like, okay, something out of any of our control comes in, completely wipes the slate clean, and now, yes, it's scary, but now we have all this possibility. And so that kind of, how do people come together and try and build once the existing power structures have all been completely demolished?
So, big science question for us to have a chat about is, could this happen? Could a zombie apocalypse happen under what we currently understand about science and the world around us?
I guess we'll have to see how much poetic license we can like put around the science that we have, because there are, you know, pathogens, parasites that do influence the behavior of hosts, and eventually often do kill them. So you've got, for example, the classic one that people might be very familiar with, the cordyceps fungus. So, you know, the Last of Us games, the TV show, that really kind of pushed that example right into the mainstream. Now, if you say zombie fungus, people will be like, "Oh yeah, cordyceps, yeah."
But it tends to, like, if I'm right, it infects invertebrates more than anything else. Really, it's ants and mollusks that kind of actually infects, and it doesn't turn them into like zombies in the sense of attacking and eating. It can just controls their behavior to go off route or to change their routine. I think
often to go to high places. So when the fungus has like permeated the insect, and the insect is not long for this world, and the fungus is ready to reproduce, it sends the insect. I don't know what the exact kind of neurological mechanism is, but it makes the insect want to get high, not like that. And the insect will go to a high branch or something, and then it will die, and the fungal fruiting bodies will come out and release the spores in a way that is dispersed easily. And you've got other parasites. I can't remember the name, but there is a worm that has a multi-host life cycle, and the adult lives in the gut of a sheep, and then the eggs come out in the poo, and the early stage larvae get eaten by insects, stuff like ants and stuff. Ants are getting a real hard time at the moment for all these. And when it comes time for, like, when the larvae have developed and proliferated into the next larval stage that's ready to reinfect a sheep, then it'll make the ant go up to a blade of grass, and then it'll give it lockjaw. It'll make it clamp down on the grass and just stay there. And so what happens as the sheep is coming along, it has some little ant croutons on its salad, and those croutons contain the L3, the infectious larval stage of this worm. So then it detects that it's arrived in the digestive system of a sheep, develops into an adult, gets to reproducing. Circle of life.
I think Toxoplasma gondii does something similar in cats as well. I think in the way that it encourages the cat's behavior around humans, or if it's the other way around.
What I remember about Toxo is that it makes mice less scared of the smell of cat pee. Because it needs to get because like humans, yes, can be infected by Toxoplasma, but we're not part of its kind of original life cycle. It's mainly, cat, mouse, cat, mouse, cat, mouse. Maybe with an invertebrate intermediate host as well in there. I'm not 100% sure. But they've done experiments on how mice respond to the smell of cats, infected or non-infected with Toxo. And mice infected with Toxoplasma seem to be not only not scared of the smell of cats, but also kind of attracted by it.
More likely to go in the direction of. So there's definitely examples of the ways in which different infections, whether they're kind of fungus or small worms or whatever it is, that can infect mammalian and invertebrate hosts and drive that behavior change. But I imagine like mass level of that is quite unlikely, because that's like a huge change to happen within an ecosystem.
Yeah, and also in a lot of those, humans aren't the intended host, and so you'd need a quite fundamental kind of host switch evolution for that to happen, which could happen. But if we're talking about how we see kind of zombie pandemics happen in fiction, first of all, they tend to spread quite quickly, and with parasites that have to go through whole multi-stage life cycles, that can be a little bit slower. So what about a virus? Is there a virus that we know that is transmitted by bites?
No idea.
And makes people want to bite, or makes the host want to bite?
With a very, very low survival rate as well. Like
yes,
basically zero.
Yeah, answers on a postcard. If you had rabies, give yourself 10 points. Well, if you got rabies, get to the hospital right now.
As quickly as you can.
So rabies is a virus, and that can infect a lot of different mammals. So famously, dogs, bats are often a big transmitter, and it makes makes the host aggressive. It makes the host hydrophobic as well, scared of water for some reason.
Yeah, it used to be called hydrophobia, or like that was a big part of the name.
I wonder if that's connected to the whole, witches and vampires can't cross running water.
I've never thought about that. I have to have a look at that up, because that could be. No idea. I always remember rabies, and I think they called it hydrophobia, and it was Old Yeller. I don't know if you ever watched the Disney movie Old Yeller, about like a dog.
No.
The dog gets in, like, is a kind of herding dog and protects the family against some wolves, and then gets really aggressive towards the end. It's incredibly sad. But yeah, like this gentle, loving pet switch is flipped, and it's totally different. And yeah, because it wants the virus wants you to spread the infection as much as it wants. That's the way that it is driven to try and spread.
Any traits that it acquires through mutation or through other gene sharing mechanisms that make it more transmissible will be kept. And so we've got various fungally, parasitey, interesting things that affect behavior. We've got a virus that affects behavior and can be transmitted quite quickly. If you get bitten by something with rabies, you've got a very short window to get some quite radical treatment.
Yeah. And I would say that if you're ever worried about this, if you're ever watching and you're thinking that you're travelling somewhere where rabies could be present, the UK where we are, not really a problem. But the US, it does exist there. You can get rabies shots. And what that does is it doesn't stop you getting infected. So if you get bitten by an animal that could be a transmissible host, you still need to get to a hospital. It just increases the amount of time that you have to allow that treatment to be brought forward. So,
and depending on where you are, that can make a massive difference to your survivability.
100%. So yeah, it exists, but get yourself a shot if you're ever worried. Vaccines are great.
Another thing that can influence people's behavior and sometimes gets compared to zombification and things like that, is drugs. So it was a few years ago, there was a rash of stories about kind of Florida man eats face and things like that. And I think it was it PCP or bath salts or something? I can't remember.
I think PCP is the one that I've seen people have.
It was like
radical change.
One of those moral panics about drugs. But yeah, there was some pretty headline grabbing incidents. And on the other end of zombification, you've got the kind of pacification. So you get things like scopolamine, which I think scopolamine is in Devil's Breath. It's basically it's a plant extract that you can extract and powder down, and you can kind of blow it in someone's face or administer it another way, and it's sometimes used. It used to be attempted to be used as a truth serum in interrogations. It doesn't really work in that way. It doesn't really give you reliable information, but it does make people extremely compliant, and it also causes memory issues. And so, it's a great way to rob someone. I'm not saying we should. Science and Sorcery does not endorse this, but there have been stories. Again, it can be hard to know how extensive and how common it is because stories like this always get sensationalized and blown up. But it can happen.
And okay, we've been going 15 minutes, so we shouldn't keep this conversation going too long as much as we'd want to. Some of the things I mentioned at the beginning were about the real draw to these stories for me is the person-centered reaction, or the kind of society level reaction that you get to these things, which makes me think of those other like kind of cultural touchstones. You mentioned The Last of Us already about the world ends, but I think that one of the best examples of it and how people react is actually Shaun of the Dead, and the way that in this like comedy movie that people band together, even in what is like the most farcical, silly sort of moment, but also having to deal with some of the biggest, most like emotionally impactful moments. Like I remember Bill Nye in the back of a taxi in that movie has been like, this is a comedy movie, and then suddenly it's not. On
the subject of films that rhyme with that, Dawn of the Dead. In Dawn of the Dead, it's a very like upfront metaphor for capitalism. They're in a shopping center, and it's the mindless consumption of capitalism. So you could say that the real zombie epidemic that causes us to turn on each other and causes us to behave in ways that we might not normally because of the things it does to our perception of the world, capitalism and neoliberalism. And you could say that they both might lead to some kind of collapse, and we need to work out what we're going to do afterwards in a post-apocalypse world.
And even if we think about that from a kind of capitalistic consumption point of view, we're also getting the kind of zoonotic interactions that we're seeing, as well as we get people living more in direct connection / opposition towards the natural world as well. So people picking up illnesses from from animals or from like being in contact with dirty water or things like that as well. So I guess like it goes hand in hand between we're making too much and doing too much, but also we're putting ourselves in situations where we become more at risk as well because of that.
Yeah, I mean, without wanting to fearmonger, due to global warming, there's a lot of permafrost that is thawing.
Oh no! Like that's how you get a zombie apocalypse.
That is, releasing a lot of biological material. Some of it is like preserved animals that have been frozen by the permafrost. Some of those animals are Homo sapiens or other human ancestors, and with them are also defrosting viruses that the world hasn't seen for tens of thousands of years or more. And scientists are actually really paying a lot of attention to trying to identify and catalog and risk assess all of these new, returning, and they sometimes get called zombie viruses. Not that they cause zombification, but they are themselves coming back from the dead. Yeah, so that might be scary, but we haven't found anything that's going to end life on Earth yet.
I guess that comes back to what you were saying about kind of like capitalism and like the strive for more and more and more and more all the time, is that we can all make changes to try and slow that down as much as possible. He says streaming a video on an Amazon service, but we can all start somewhere, right, in terms of like having these conversations or trying to get people to think about the things that they do in their day-to-day life, the risks that they take, or the things that we can move forward towards.
Yeah, trying to have as positive an impact as we can on the environmental change in the world and things like that, but also building community. Because if you have close community and you have networks of mutual support before something bad happens, then you're in so much a better place to survive it and to thrive through it than trying to scrabble for that whilst also dealing with the aftermath of something terrible.
I think on that note, we'll draw this to a close. But if you're still watching, thank you so much for coming on our cool down with us. We don't know what you just watched. We're about to go and play it. So we've done it in reverse. If you have enjoyed what you've watched, which we know you will because this game looks fucking excellent, is the time we have is now live on Aftercare, is Elliot Davis's brand new game. You can go and back it right now and play it for yourself. Have a cry. I know I'm going to in the next hour. So yeah,
I'm really looking forward to playing it in person across an actual door.
Yeah, absolutely. What we'll describe at the beginning is that we might be on the same screen together, but we're not going to be looking at each other. So you'll still see our faces, but we won't have seen each other throughout the whole game. Folks, thank you so much for watching. We hope you've enjoyed. Go check out the links alongside this video. Go back this game. Take care. We'll see you all very soon.
Look after yourselves, look after each other, look after the world.